Do you struggle with what to post on social media? Do you constantly run out of social media content? Well, my friend, that ends today. In this video, I'm going to show you how to consistently create killer content and never run out of social media ideas again. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Liquid Digital Marketing Podcast. Today, we are talking about how to never run out of social media content ideas. So let's just jump right into this. We're going to start with your content pillars. So maybe you've heard of this before, but basically they are your categories of the types of content that you create. So if you are in some type of niche, you're going to have certain types of content. So let's say you're a chiropractor or maybe a med spa. You're going to talk about certain things and you're going to stay inside of those things. And defining what those things are is going to help you down the road create more topics. So for us, let's say, for example, our content pillars are like web design, paid advertising, social media marketing, email marketing, lead generation. Those are our content pillars. So now we're going to create topics around those. So now we know when we go out and research, okay, some topic ideas, we have the main content pillar that we're creating content under. And this keeps us in focus and allows us to kind of go out and find topic ideas that stay inside of what our audience wants to know. So if we're, let's say, a chiropractor and we have these content pillars and then we decide one day to create content that is completely outside of it, it kind of just throws everything off and throws our audience off. So anyway, content pillars, defining what those are, I recommend four content pillars, 4 different categories of content in which you create topics about. Okay, the next thing is your audience. So in order to really create engaging content, you really need to know your audience. And I'm not talking about like, oh, they're females and, from 25 to 35 and they like, makeup. That doesn't work, right? That's not in your audience. What we want to know is, who are they really? Like, what are their pains and struggles? What are they trying to overcome? What's holding them back? What keeps them up at night in regards to how your services help them? What are their wants and what are their desires? What are their aspirations? What are they trying to get that they're struggling to get? And how does your solution help them, right? So this is why we want to know that. Now it does help to know, like, okay, what brands do they like? What music do they listen to? What groups are they a part of? What books and magazines and whatnot, right? So that is all good. So basically what we're doing here is we're creating your customer avatar. And what I actually recommend is giving this avatar, once you do all of this, gather all this information, give it a name, give your person a name and a picture. So you are speaking to this person every time you go to create content. So there you go. There's some content starting points. So now, where do you start to get some of this content? So one of the best ways to put together content is to start to create content that answers questions. So the questions, what do they need to believe in order to feel that your services are the answer? So when you can start answering that question through your content, it starts to bring out to your audience, what do they need to believe? Like what types of information do they need to know or understand in order for them to think, or say like, oh yeah, this person totally gets me, right? So when you understand their pains and the struggles, their wants and desires, and then you start answering these questions with your content, then now you're starting to connect with them and they're connecting with you and identifying like, yes, okay, I like this person, they understand me. So, start answering like, what are they struggling with and how is your thing the answer to that? What do they want and how does your service or product help them get there? That is what we call problem-aware content. And this is going to help your audience realize that there is a problem, help them feel more connected to you because you understand their problem and you're on their same level, and see that, yes, you have the answer. They're starting to know, like, and trust you by your content that you're putting out there. So here are some places to go find some different types of content out there. And here is one of my top tips. So what I recommend is go out and find the top creators in your industry or in your niche, and go into their social media posts and to the comments section and look for the questions that people are asking in their comment sections. Now, these top creators get thousands and thousands of comments, and they cannot possibly get to answering all of them. So there's going to be a ton of unanswered questions that you can therefore answer, right? So if you have a good answer to these questions, this is a perfect opportunity for you to go and take that question and turn it into your own answer and post it out there. Now, you can tag them in it or not, whatever. That's a whole social media strategy. The point is you're just trying to get content that your people want to know, or people that don't know you yet want answers to, right? So that's one place. Another place is just go to your own frequently asked questions. So if you have an FAQ on your website, great place to start. What are some typical questions that your customers ask you? Create content around that. Another way is to just ask your customers, ask your audience, questions on what do they want to hear. Some other websites that you can use is Ubersuggest, Answer the Public, and another one a lot of people don't know about is called Exploding Topics. So this is going to look at topics that are on the verge of kind of like becoming viral. So here you can take these topics or get ideas and create content around these topics that are on the verge of going viral. So you can be the first one to talk about it in hopes to go viral. Some other ideas for content is to spotlight your customers, show your customer results. Sometimes it's just posting a funny meme or a meme that's related, right? That's always sometimes just the content you need to post, right? Sometimes you just don't need to overthink it. Another one is just show behind the scenes. Even though you don't think people want to see behind the scenes, everybody wants to see behind the curtain. And then another one is introduce your team. So there you go. There is some social media content ideas for you, and some places to go check them out. Look, if you're not already in our Facebook group, our private Facebook group, I would invite you to join. I'll put a link to it in the description and in the show notes here, so you can go check it out. It's full of like-minded business owners, and we do deeper dives into these topics. And really, it's a place for us to connect one-on-one and outside of this podcast. So I hope to see you there. And if you found this episode valuable, please leave us a review, and then also share it with others. And we'll see you in the next episode.